Hey guys, you've been asking for another Q&A. You guys have been telling me there's questions you've been wanting to ask me. And so here we go. Another edition of a Q&A answering your questions. Oh man, that is so tough. Anybody that I've played, I love all of them for so many different reasons that I think it's hard to choose just one I would be friends with. I love having a bunch of different people around me and different personalities and backgrounds and careers, and all of these women have been so different. So I think I'd want to hang out with all of them, truthfully. I also loved October Road. It was so much fun to do. It was also really special because I had just finished 8 years of 70 show. And then I signed on to October Road, I think, literally within a month after it ended. It was really quick. And it was a totally different character. First time playing a mom, blonde hair for that, which was fun to do, just like a fun change. So yeah, I get it. I love that show too. It was so special. It was also my first real long job filming on location because the whole first season we shot in Atlanta, Georgia. And it was really special. And Hannah Daniels was a beautiful character. I loved how she was written, and I know I missed it. I missed that show too. I love that show. I do think that Nick ended up being the dad, Sam's dad. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the case. Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I was driving through Hollywood and I saw her up on the Pam and Tommy thing, and I couldn't be more thrilled for her. Because when we talk, we're not like, what project are you working on? We just like catch up about our personal lives. So it's so fun to see her up on that. We're also supportive of each other. That it's awesome. When you spend that much time with someone, you have this bond that's really kind of hard to explain. I feel the same way about, when I see some of my 70s cast on new jobs, or my October Road cast or whatever it is. Like, you really do form this bond after going through these experiences together. So it's awesome. It's really special. It's really special. I am. I'm directing again in the spring. And again, I can't talk about it because word travels so fast now with social media, and it just like one thing happens and then it's everywhere. So most projects literally in the contracts have like, you can't talk about it until it's out because word travels so fast. But yes, and I'm really excited about it and I can't wait for you guys to see it. The main thing that's changed for me in terms of how I look at material is how long is it going to take me away from my family? That's literally the first thing that I look at. And if it's a long time, whereas before it was like, material first and then where's it going to be and then the timing and then et cetera, et cetera. But right now, that's the first thing I look at. And it's all really shifted because it's so hard to be away from my family. And location, I would say, how long is it away from my family and does it film in New York or the tri-state area? That's literally the first thing I look at. Most of the time, if it's not in the tri-state area, I'm like, I'm not even going to entertain this because I just can't be away from my family for for that long. So it's been really interesting to have that shift now that I'm, a mom and a wife, and it's the most wonderful reason why to look at it like this. But it's been a massive shift for me. So yeah, that's the first thing I look at. It's hard because there's the location where you're like, okay, fine, this is shooting close to me. So that's, check that box, that works. Then there's like, is this worth taking my attention away from the current projects that I'm working on? Because I always have so many things I'm working on that are my own thing. And then I have my family. So I'm like, does this, not only is the location important, but is this worth taking my attention away from my own projects and my family? So that's like, the other thing I really have to look at. So it's like a few levels of my time and attention. Because when I get into something, I'm behind it 100%, or I'm not going to do it. So it's the character has to be extremely, wonderfully written, or it has to be a director who I really want to work with. For me as a director, because directing, in my opinion, takes me way longer than acting. So as an actor, you go in and you just do your job as an actor and you can leave. As a director, it's all encompassing. It's acting, it's the writing, it's the production, it's the everything. It's the whole arc of the project. I mean, it's a lot, the tone, the whole thing, which I love and I thrive on that. But again, it's much more time consuming than just worrying about my character as an actor. So it really just comes down to material and how much I love it. That's the bottom line. How much do I love this?